get into some drag race drama. So apparently, I totally forgot about this because last week I watched a clip that did not make it on the Roscoe's episode on YouTube because they want you to pay $2 to watch the whole uncensored situation. But the clips were making the rounds all over TikTok, and one of the clips that they had was I totally forgot about this. Mistress Isabel Brooks and Willam was in a bit of a beef because when Mistress was on All Stars, what was it, 11? No, All Stars 10. When she was on the last season of All Stars, Mistress was being messy Isabel Brooks, which we was living for. We was living for the drama. We was living for the shenanigans. I was cackling and giving my commentary. But I think that Willam, in so many ways, was going a step too far in a lot of the stuff that she was saying, which prompted Mistress to have to check her multiple times on social media. So with all that being said, then them two ended up being the guests, the co-guests on the season premiere of Roscoe's Tavern, which is a show that they do which is like a watch party that they do for RuPaul's Drag Race. Caramel DeMille, Batty Davis, and Naisha Lopez. I had to remember all their damn names. Are the co-hosts of the show. So she had made a comment about Fifi. Oh, well, the artist formerly known as Fifi, she goes by Jaremi Carey now. She don't do the whole Fifi O'Hara thing no more. Which it was only a matter of time before Fifi. Well, see, now I'm gonna be calling her that because that's what I know of her. That's what. So it caused Jeremy to jump on the line and go in and let have on what Willam had to say on Roscoe's. So what I'm gonna do is I will play y'all the clip of what she said on Roscoe's, and then I'm gonna give y'all all the stuff regarding the tweets that we had because I stay coming with receipts on this damn show. So we're gonna come back with all of that and talk. Please hold.
I was speaking as an armchair quarterback, like an NFL commentator, watching a show and critiquing a performance and behavior, which I've never met the girl. Now I've met her. It's been fine. I can work with anybody. She's a professional. We're having a great time. We're next to each other. I said something which I probably shouldn't have said, which was, if I was on a reality show with her, I would have bopped her. And I could understand how that sounds like a violent threat to somebody. But when I was on a reality show, I planned to bop a girl to get sent home, Fifi, if they didn't send me home. So I was literally repeating the same thing that I've said for a decade. I can understand why it sounded pointed because it was at her, but I'm not on a reality show with
receipts
her.
Right now. What is this?
I do want to say one thing, and then we're for real gonna squash it.
Yeah.
So let me play this real quick.
Random question. Do you think I have anything to worry about coming there with Mistress's friends or anybody trying to jump me?
In Houston, yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing. You spent the whole time talking so much about me, and you said so much about me personally as it pertains to my career. And I just want to give one message to everyone watching, whether it's someone that you've worked with before, someone who's a boss, or someone who's a friend, or someone you have no idea. How you allow people to talk to you and treat you is how they're going to greet you when they actually meet you. And today she was on Hush Mode and she was very nice. And because I told her how I would like to be treated and like to be respected. So the same lesson I told Sugar and Spice, if you allow people to talk shit to you, they're going to treat you like shit. After I made my video and addressed her one time, she came correctly. I have no issue with you. I think that you're an amazing person in the drag race stratosphere, in the drag stratosphere. I just don't appreciate how you talked about me personally. So hopefully we can move forward. And it really is no tea. I'm not going to jump you. I should slap the shit out of you, but I'll let you make it.
Honestly, I would do the same thing if a bitch was talking about me like that on a TV show without ever meeting me, So I get it.
And you know what?
And the last time I went to jail, I got a Rolex, and I'm not fighting no more. It's not worth it. I'm not taking the time off. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to use your hands when you can use your words, and you know that once you've been to jail.
And do okay. So sidebar. First of all, where did Mistress get that clip of Willam actually asking if I show up at this thing, am I gonna get jumped by Mistress's people? I want to know who sent her that clip because I'm like, I don't think that Willam would have called her and asked her that. She sent that to somebody. Somebody was being messy and sent her that damn voice message. I live for it though, the fact that we got to hear it. But regarding of that, okay, so now y'all got the clip or whatever, and he was talking about that she was gonna bop Fifi, right? So of course. Jaremi jumped on the line and was like, say what now? So y'all already know the reason how it all started from why Willam and Jaremi did not get along. it was because they were on RuPaul's Drag Race. What was it? Season 4? Season 4 together. Fifi did not like Willam. Damn, I want to play all these clips, but I don't know if. Well, hopefully we don't get demonetized. Like Property of World of Wonder. I do want to play y'all one of the videos. Hold on, because this shit was iconic. Look, I'll just have to edit it out if I need to. But yeah, let's play it.
We covered. It took you, what, 8 episodes?
Ding, ding, ding. Points for everybody.
You don't have any talent. This is a show for talented people, not people that know how to buy fucking shoes. You should not be here.
Your tone seems very pointed right now.
Dita.
That's that. I'm glad your beard is fine.
Yo, Dita is a cackle to me. And then there was this clip because this was Fifi basically spilling tea like, oh, you was behind the scenes breaking rules on stuff, which we all kind of found out like, yeah, that's what she was doing. And it eventually resorted in her being fired from the show. Let's play that clip.
I had a rough morning. Today I feel a little off kilter. I think that's a side effect of something personal I'm going through.
Why did you have a rough morning?
I had a rough morning because of personal issues.
No, your personal issues are something that you shouldn't have been doing in the first place.
Okay.
And you shouldn't even be here because of that.
Okay. Well,
in
we
our
can't...
freaking contract, you're breaking rules and your ass is still here.
All right, cool.
No, these are rules that were in our contract that state that you should not break these, and your ass is still here. It's not fair.
If you're gonna try to air my laundry, which I've already aired, it's been washed, dried,
you didn't air
and returned.
nothing. You sit there and try to play a perfect person, and it's bull. You're a fake ass bitch. I don't like you, and you shouldn't even be here. Your ass should have been kicked off a long time ago when you sat there and were breaking rules. You don't deserve to be here.
Okay.
Come with me.
It's so shady.
Fifi and Dita walked out on Willam.
And did. Okay, so now y'all got a little catch up on the situation. They didn't particularly like each other when they were on the show. And yeah, Fifi, no shade, was repulsive during her season. Just full of anger and full of vitriol and all those other stuff. And I was living for the fact that Willam was a little, bitchy towards her with a lot of her very okay. That's your opinion seems very pointed. Like it was just I was living for the shade. But yeah, in regards to the whole thing with you and Mistress, I do feel like you was being the Stephen A. Smith of drag. You was running out here making comments about people that you don't know or if you were well versed on. And we know that you have your issues with World of Wonder and RuPaul and stuff, and rightfully so, and how you feel with him and Matthew and that whole situation, because that's your friend, and you feel like how you feel towards RuPaul. But to me, I felt like it wasn't right for you to try to clean up this whole situation with Mistress because you stuck your foot in your mouth when you met your match, and then you decided to throw Jaremi under the bus because you were trying to save face. So with all that being said, Jaremi decided to jump on the line and go in and let have on Willam in regards of what she had to say on social media. So she said, "Bop me. That's news to me, LOL." He said, fun fact, years ago before therapy and leaving an unhealthy place mentally and physically, I went back home to visit after RuPaul's Drag Race, and this Sharon fan was at my best friend's house talking shit. Myself and my friends told him, yo, chill, Jaremi is crazy, and he is being nice right now. You're pushing it. He threw a drink, and baby, I jumped across the table and put his head through the wall and busted his face open. He never tried me again. I'm glad for Willam's sake, their plan didn't go through. So it's like, this is why I be telling y'all need to stop messing with these people. When you come from a place of you've had any kind of trauma, whether it's abuse or whatever the case is, you don't go trying these girls out here because you never know. Like some of these people out here, I remember I posted a post where this guy was like, normalize telling gays that it's not okay. I can't remember the whole thing, but I'm paraphrasing. Normalize saying that it's wrong to be gay. And somebody said, normalize telling straight people we will beat your ass. So don't think that because we homosexuals that we punks. I mean, we may be punks in regards of the term of gay, but as far as like we just gonna sit there and let you whip our ass because that's the presentation they want to put in media. oh no, you don't know a lot of us because we fights out here, especially me growing up in Brooklyn, New York. Like, ain't no punk up in this situation. We fight. So, Jeremy had to beat a bitch ass, and she did that. So, then she went on to say this. I don't think anyone should really want to plan to bop anyone, especially someone who had to fight from abuse from their dad growing up, their abusive exes, and surviving when they lived on the streets for a bit. I fought to survive sometimes. It wasn't the same, and the outcomes were often graphic with people in hospitals. He added that he's a changed person, sober through therapy, and able to get Willam's word. Just run off my back and laugh. So also, Willam went and responded and said Plan B and put OP in parentheses as in Plan Bob, Plan B, never came into play because they DQ'd me right on time. Lucky for me, because the world got to see me win a singing challenge versus some others flop while wearing feathers. I gave them. So also lucky for you because when I went to jail, it was for battery too. It would have been a KO. Well, child, I'm sorry, but Willem, I don't think you can fight. I like you. I like how unfiltered you are when it comes to the drag race commentary. But just like I feel like this whole beef with Tokyo Tony and Kaya will read you down. But if it comes to a fight, Kaya getting her ass beat. Just like you good with the words and all other stuff. When it comes to the fisticuffs, I don't see you winning. Not against Jeremy. And it's no shade. I'm just saying. So then Jeremy went on to say, then when I got arrested and I was in jail for a month, we ended up running to each other in jail. LMFAO, small world. So it was in the same jail. See, we are cool now and laugh about it, but I don't think anyone should really plan to bop anyone, especially someone who had to fight from the abuse of their dad, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So I read that part. I just didn't get the beginning. And then also said, I just woke up from a nap. I hope this all made sense as I'm squinting my eyes in this dark ass bedroom. And that's when Willam said what she said about the Plan Bop thing. And a lot of people giving a lot of kudos to Jeremy over their response over this. One person, I'm so happy for you, Jeremy. You are such an inspiration of people who are going through what you went through. And you have to realize that maybe at that time when he was on Drag Race, that he was in a bad place at the time. And through therapy and all these other things, he's gone on to become a better person. And applaud anybody that's going to go out there and try to do better for themselves in life. Whereas Willam's out here doing the same bullshit, and we live for it, but and then Jeremy came out and said, I don't know why you living in the past, Willam, but I do find it funny you're acting big here now with all these years old late reads about my time on RPDR. In 2012, LMFAO, the drag queen turned streamer, then tried to end the war of words, stating that while Willam is in place of needing validation, he wishes her the best of luck in life. And then went on to say, you were so cruel to me, Jiggly Caliente, and others during our time together on and off the show. This is according to what Willam said, adding that she is the same fighter Jeremy professes to be. She then told the creator to keep her luck and to block me, bitch. And then this one, Jeremy got pissed because here's the thing. Yeah, Jiggly and him were going at it on social media. I mean, did not really get along to begin. And look, Jiggly addressed this at the time when she felt like Jeremy Fifi at the time threw her under the bus or whatever for the show. But they've mended fences, they worked it out, and they were best friends. Even when when Jiggly passed away, Jeremy was on the line giving her condolences and all this other stuff. And that's when, of course, Tyra started her BS, which we already addressed that story a couple of episodes ago. So, you up in here bringing up Jiggly, I just feel like, that was the wrong move. And she said, what year are we in? LOL, am I being pranked? You actually need to talk to someone and maybe put the podcast mic down. You want to pretend you are the victim or some victim now years later when people see your true colors. The colors I saw when I first met you and was brave enough to call you on. He added that he had talked nothing but highly of Willam and her talent since appearing on the show, adding that he assumed the pair were cool. And that's what I was saying. Like, even he did, now in the thing, he did say that he gave you a compliment, and you still going on. So maybe Willam is just like, maybe she brain dead on one side of her head. I don't fucking know. But he gave you a compliment. And then I went and said, "You good? Did you read the rest of my tweets? Actually saying how I like you and haven't talked to you, or are you actually unstable, girl? I don't know why you are living in the past, Willam, but I find it funny you were acting big here now with these years old late reads about my time." So, and then Willam went on to say, "I'm definitely unstable, but happy. You were so cruel to me, Jiggly, and others during our time together on and off the show. I was beat till I bled and went to the cops on my parents for abuse when I was a kid, which forged a fighter, same as you. Keep your um ex and block me, whatever." So Willam was saying like, yeah, I came up in the trenches the same way you did. I was dealing with abuse of my parents. You was dealing with abuse of your parents. So it seemed like maybe the reason why you two be bopping heads is that y'all have a lot more in common than you realize. So then Jaremi went on to say, "Jiggly was my best friend, so how dare you try to bring her name into this? She was a fan of yours, not your best friend. Years, and I mean years now, I still remain on your mind and a talking point in your content as you try to hold on to the little bit of RPDR you can while I moved on, married, and living a happy, gay, nerdy life." He rounded over with the following. He said, "I don't need to block anyone. If you feel your place is or your peace is disturbed, the button is there for you to use as well. My peace will no longer be disturbed by your inability to grow up." So while Willa may have ate her up on the show with a lot of her cold little comments or whatever, Fifi looked like she won this one. And looks like she's in a better place. And I'm proud of to see that Fifi has, I don't know, I keep calling you by your former drag name, but child, you always be Fifi to me, no shade. But Jaremi seems like he has evolved and he's grown up into a bigger, better person. And it's showing in a lot of what they're saying on social media. Because you can tell if somebody is truly evolved and grown versus somebody who just is stagnant and being the same person. And to me, it's like, we are entertained. We love all the shenanigans and stuff of Willam. But I'm sorry, in this case, you're wrong. You should have just owned up and been for real over some of the stuff you did regarding Mistress because you met your match with her. But I don't like you had to throw someone else under the bus in order to squash your situation going over there with Mistress. So now you squash one thing and open up another can of worms over here with somebody else. And now we're in a conundrum. So who knows if these two will ever bury the hatchet in this situation. It just seems like Jaremi has moved on. Jaremi is minding his business, doing what he do over there, and Willam is still doing what she doing. So I'll keep you guys abreast of this story if any more continues to evolve out of it. But in the meantime, what do you think of this story? I'm about to be messy like on Drag Race. Are you Team Willam or are you Team Jaremi? Put your hashtags in the comments and let me know whose team you on down below.